What's good with y'all? You already know what the fuck going on, man. You here, feel me? Tuned in to another episode of the Why We Here podcast. Well, at the end of this, you're going to be asking yourself the same damn thing. You know who the fuck it is, man. It's your favorite dreadhead. The nigga with all the hoes. The nigga that just don't care. It's me, Ja, your favorite dreadhead. I'm here with my guy, AJ.
What's up? You already know. It's your man, XAY. I stay fly. Your baby mama love me. I don't even know why. You feel me? You feel me? Bars today. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. AJ in the building.
And you feel me? We got my guy, Father Mike, in the cut.
What's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? We're here at the Why We Here podcast. It is the dark-skinned blind man from across the street, Father Mike in the building. What's good?
Now you know we got something special for y'all today. I mean, that's every time we get on the scene is something special. Y'all already knew that though. It's always
back to Mundo.
It's always gonna be special. But we here to talk about just what's been going on. Like, you feel me?
What we got going on, man?
So
What's popping in the streets, man?
First things first, we gonna get into this drip harder, man. How y'all feeling about that drip harder? You know, Lil Baby X Gunna. How y'all feeling about it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think we was all expecting more. I mean, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was some nice songs out there. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, we was expecting more from it. Not gonna lie, bro. Honestly, but Zay, what you got to say about it?
Nah, what I got to say about it? I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was more like I like the first song, Off White Be Lone, with Lil Durk and Nav. That was hard. But I personally think like the best song on it is World Is Yours with Gunna by himself. Yeah. I feel like I'm liking more of the songs when they're by themselves. Like, don't get me wrong, when they're together, they're great. But like I'm more of a Gunna fan, and I like Gunna when he was when he's doing the songs by himself. Me personally, I don't know. I don't think a lot of people out there might agree with me. I think most of the album, Gunna is carrying Baby.
I don't really know. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was gonna be asher than what I got from it.
No. They two upcoming like solid artists out there. I felt it was gonna be good. And it's good, but it's not like I don't feel like it lived up to all the hype that I think it was gonna get. Like, even like, you know how like Young Thug was talking about it's gonna be better than Carter 5 and all this stuff. Well, I think he was just saying that simply because he was hating and they got beef. But like yeah, I'm not gonna call it lukewarm. It wasn't lukewarm, but it was like I probably expected a little bit much more. But then again, it's like, hey,
a little bit much more.
I definitely just did say that.
A little bit much more.
I expected more.
That's a lot. Damn. Like,
I don't even know how I made it to college, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know how I got here.
Much more. That's a lot.
A little bit much more. Nah, me personally though, it was alright. You feel me? I was fucking with it. You feel me? I feel like back to back they had some good songs. You feel me? I couldn't. I won't say it was bad. You feel me? I can't. Damn, I forgot what I was trying to say. Anyway, the song, my favorite song off this joint is Close Friends, because you know I'm the nigga that's always in my feelings. You feel me? So that just put me in my bag. Yeah, chill. Don't do that to me. Anyway,
it was a real good song.
Yeah, you feel me? That's a banger. I don't know why that wasn't the one song that they put out before they put it out. Cause that Drip Too Hard, it's hard, but that Close Friends is something different.
Nah, Belly also hard.
And I was about to say Belly. Them the only two songs that I downloaded off of the album. Belly's tough and Close Friends. But it was still a tough album. You feel me? Like I said, I don't really listen to neither one of them. So
y'all didn't like the song with Drake?
I mean, honestly,
you said with Drake?
Yeah, the last song that was on.
I think it was like Never Recover.
Yeah, Never Recover. Honestly, I felt like with the Never Recover song, that basically sounded like the song he already did with Baby. What was the name of it again?
Oh, Yes Indeed.
Yeah, Yes.
So it was
Indeed.
Yes Indeed 2.0.
Basically, yeah, that nigga had the exact same flow. It sounded like he was saying the exact same thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And then I don't even really remember Baby and Gunna's verse off that song. I
Yeah,
really don't remember.
And that's one thing. I feel like Drake. One thing, like if he's on your song, he's gonna try to take it over.
Why wouldn't he? I feel as though if all three of us was to get on a song, we're all gonna try to be the best lyricists on there. Like, I personally would try to do that. It's competition. Like, it's a friendly competition, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, I'm gonna have the best verse. You feel me? Like, I want people to remember my verse before they remember yours. But at the end of the day, we still gonna put out a hit. You feel me?
I mean, that's true. But the only thing I don't really like about Drake.
Be honest, Drake be stealing flows.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he be trying to make the best verse with your flow. Yeah. Like, he would try, like, if he features on your song, he's gonna use your flow and then try to make a better verse.
He steals your style, and then and then tries to claim. Well, not trying to claim it as his, but like people were so dumb and oblivious. They're like, "Oh, yeah, he's killing it," but like, no, you just took this from 30 other niggas.
But when you really think about it, though. How many people rap the same now? Like, back in the day, like, I want to say, like, the 90s, early 2000s, there was people biting off a nigga style. But now, bro, there's, like, 1,000,001 Futures. There's hella Migos. You feel me? Like, that's just what people doing nowadays. So, like, it's kind of expected.
I understand you, but I just feel like when you're a superstar at that level,
it's just somebody of his caliber.
Yeah, it's completely different. And how, like, the way he came up was like off of his own flow, like how he could sing and rap. Like, he brought a new wave of niggas that be like melodic and all that stuff. But it's like now when you just giving niggas a stimulus package, and when you get on their song, you just take their flow and just rap your own words to it, if they are his words, if they are. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Quinn Miller. But, like, he's basically just taking it from them, like putting it back in their face, like, here, nigga, this how you do it.
That's another thing that I don't get. Like, we talk about rappers having ghostwriters, but there's singers that has people writing for them. Like, Sway Lee's writing for people, Kanye writing for people. You got Consequence. Some people don't know about Consequence, but you got somebody like Consequence writing for people. You feel me? Like, we have so many people writing for singers, but when they write for a rapper, then it's a problem. Like,
because I personally think because it's different sport.
Yeah.
Rap is more of it's a macho man, like it's a gladiator sport. It's like, yo, I got the best verse. I'm this flashy, blah blah this and that.
Hyper masculine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. So it's basically like them like, yo, if you're not writing your own verse, how can we claim you as the top rapper or top MC? You're not doing this. Like,
and plus,
I get you there, but how, like, at the end of the day, somebody might not have a voice for it. Like, you might not like how you sound, but then you throw me that verse and like, yo, rap this to me, and I'll rap it better than you. Be like, yo, like, you might need to be a rapper, like, you feel me? And like, but I don't know how to write, but you may know how to write, but you just don't got the voice for it.
I mean, I understand you, but I feel like with rap, it's more of like not only pride, but it's just like for some niggas, that's all they got. Like, especially when like rap was like becoming of its own. Like when rap was becoming of its own, people take much pride in their pen. Like, that's really all they got is their pen. So they like, that's like up top there. Well, R&B, that shit is already like soft. Like, I wouldn't even say soft. I'll just say like sensual. So it's not really like, you wouldn't really be mad at a person for having ghostwriters for singing.
I wouldn't be mad that Michael Jackson didn't write Thriller or something like that. Cause like, you feel me? But like, if you talking about a rapper, like say you talking about, oh yeah, I shot this nigga, I'm selling these drugs, I'm on the block, blah, this and that, and you find out somebody else they talking about their life for you, you like, how we gonna believe you? How can we trust you? You not like, even though a good 95% of rappers don't even like do the stuff they rap about, but still.
I was just about to say that. So I was gonna say, so what's the difference between somebody writing a rap and you rapping about another person's lifestyle?
It's the story. Because like, as long as you don't have a ghostwriter, most people will believe you. If you have a ghostwriter and you're rapping about guns and all that shit and how you killing niggas off the block and all that stuff, now it's like you automatically fake. But it's like, if somebody, even if that wasn't their lifestyle, if they rapping about it and you know that's them rapping about it, you probably gonna believe it. Like, cool, 9 times out of 10.
Like, I give you a good example. What's it called? Eazy-E song, Boys in the Hood. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody knows Eazy-E lived that lifestyle, but it was just so happened that, what's his name, Ice Cube was so good with the pen and stuff like that, that he wrote it. So basically, it's like Easy told him his life. Like he know Easy lifestyle. He was like, you know what? I could formulate. I could. Wow. I don't even think. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. How am I in college? But yeah, like basically, like he was like, yo, I could turn what you're saying into like some words that's gonna be good on the mic. So Ice Cube wrote the song "Boys in the Hood" for him and stuff like that. But it's like he still lived that life. He still was the goon gangster and stuff like that. But it's just like he needed Ice Cube to to do that for him. And people don't look at Easy as like, oh, he's the number one MC and stuff like that, because they know that people have wrote his raps for him. But it's different. Like I would feel a way if somebody came out and was like, oh, all these years I've been writing Jadakiss rhymes, or I've been writing Styles P. Like if they was right, like I would be hurt because like, yo, I really think Jadakiss is a goon and like, he really be stabbing niggas. So if somebody was to come out like, yo, Jadakiss ain't doing that shit, I'd be like, nah, not Jada, not the Locks. Like, not them.
That nigga work the shoppers. I'll be like, damn. Yeah. 9 to 5. Oh.
Not YO. Like, damn, bro. Like, you feel me? So it's like, yeah, man.
I don't know.
I understand what you mean. But, like, I mean, again, like, it's just really a pride thing about just who the best, really.
Yeah, rap is a macho man sport, like we said.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it go both ways, though.
It definitely does. But speaking of albums though, Migos, or we could just say Quavo Honcho, is expecting to drop an album this week.
Top 3 goons out of Gwinnett County.
Exactly. But how y'all think that the Quavo album gonna play out?
I feel like it's not gonna be as successful. I don't feel like none of their albums is gonna be as successful if they was to do it together.
I honestly feel the same thing. I'm not gonna front.
You feel like they use each other as a crutch?
Bruh,
I feel like in the way,
I don't say they use each other as a crutch, but I feel like it's just not like the balance isn't really there. Like you need all 3 of them niggas, yo. Like I'll say like this. Like say for example, when Offset was locked up, you could pick any time that nigga was locked up. The songs didn't sound the same when it was just Quavo and Takeoff. You sometimes need that grit from Offset. So I feel like regardless of whether Quavo does a solo one, Takeoff does a solo one, Offset does another solo one, it's just gonna have that missing piece. It's gonna be like, all right, where's Takeoff's lyricism? All right, where's Offset's grit? All right, where's Quavo's harmony? Like you just gonna be like, it's just missing that one piece. I don't want to say like for all the songs,
right? Like that's a package deal. That's a package deal.
Some of the songs they can do by themselves, but I just feel like for a whole album, you kind of be like,
yeah, because I feel like they always talking about the same thing. 1 and 2, I feel like now we gonna see who's really the best out the group. Like we all got our opinions,
hands down.
We all got our own opinions, but I feel like this is gonna show who's really the best out the group. And I feel like what if things go wrong and like let's say Offset becomes his album does the best, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. But I was just about to ask you that though. Are we basing it off sales or are we gonna base it off quality of music?
Both.
Honestly.
Both.
Because sometimes sales don't mean nothing. Because Quavo's like, quote unquote, the Beyonce of the group. So if he sell more, but it's still trash, I wouldn't. I'm still not gonna have him as the best.
But I'm saying both.
He reaches a more broader audience than them. So it's like I would expect him to sell more, but me personally, I don't think his will be the best, like quality of music wise.
Right. I say it's both because like we need to hear the bars. That's what really counts, honestly. So it might not even be both. Because like you said, quote unquote.
But do we look to Migos for bars though?
Don't. That's what I'm saying.
Not even just the bar. You know what I'm trying to say? Like who sounds better?
The song, the melodies, and all that.
Right, like who sounds better on the track, and them having their own records or their own album, and it's probably just gonna be them, a couple features. You feel me? Then we're gonna see who's the best Migos, and I feel like that could potentially mess up their group.
It was the one that was left off Bad and Bougie, and I'm going to keep saying it. I've been saying this for 7+ years. Quavo, I was about to say Quavo. Takeoff is the best Migo. Nobody's touching him. So
for the longest, I couldn't even tell the difference between all of them.
What?
That's sad.
In the first album.
Well, when Migos got hot, I never really was listening to them like that. I remember I used to come to your crib all the time, and y'all used to always be playing Migos, and I'll just be sitting there looking. Like, what are y'all doing playing this? Like, turn this off. But then, you feel me? They started stepping it up. I started listening to songs, and I started hearing things that I liked, but I still didn't know who was who, like who was rapping.
Yeah,
like,
just know the one with all the fireness is Takeoff, because he's the GOAT. You feel me? And like, and PSA to all you suckers out there that keep like y'all on the new Takeoff wave just because the whole bad and bougie thing. No, we not rocking with you. You gotta be with Takeoff since day one. If you wasn't rocking with Takeoff since Jug season and you been knew he was the best since then, I ain't messing with you. You feel me? Like y'all niggas just be trying to follow internet trends and stuff like that. Like if you go through my Twitter, even though RIP, oh my Twitter is gone. Anyway, RIP to my Twitter. But if you ever went on my Twitter and you saw from like 2014 and all, you will always see that I say that Takeoff is.
Honestly, I don't believe that any of them are the best. I feel they're all the best together. Even though Skipper better than.
Oh, that's the fourth Migos. But we actually gotta talk about Skipper soon. Definitely did.
Wait, question. Off topic. You ain't getting it back, bro?
To the people out there, if you haven't seen me lately, I haven't been on Twitter for the past 2 or 3 days. They took it away from me.
And it was his dumbass fault.
No, I was about to say that was your fault, nigga. Why would you do that?
Shut up.
This nigga was that bored to change his birthday like anybody even cared.
You was that bored?
And then this nigga go get his joint locked. Like
I didn't know my Twitter would get like locked. I didn't understand that. Like,
put the PSA out there, bro. Put the PSA out there.
It's no PSA. I want my damn Twitter back. Jesus
let the people know that got Twitter. Don't change their birthday.
Oh yeah, don't change your birthday because these Twitter niggas is suckers, man. Man, like these niggas trying to say, "Oh, you wasn't 13 when you made your Twitter." Bitch, I'm 19 now. I'm grown. Let me keep my shit.
That's what you get for having a Twitter when you wasn't supposed to, nigga.
Shut up.
Now back to the Migos.
This girl actually was telling me, she was like, yeah, my Twitter got locked actually because I was trying to change my birthday. I was like, they getting everybody.
Bro, they got me out the paint smooth, bro. Because I was on FaceTime with this nigga John Mayer when it happened. And they was just like, oh, you trying to tweet? Nah, nigga, get off here. They kick you smooth off. I'm like, yo.
Bro, I tried to at you, bro. It let me click your at name. But when I went to click on your page, it was dubs for it, bro.
I tried to click on my page through the podcast page. That shit was just loading. It never came up. I was like, fuck this shit. Like, these niggas don't want me here no more. I can't. I don't. Twitter, why did you do this to me? Why? Like, can you tell me why? Like, I'm 19. Okay. I probably was talking about dumb shit when I was 12, 13. Who cares? Nigga, I'm grown now. Give me my shit back, please. I don't want to start over.
Well, he gonna cry in the car.
But on another note, back to the Migos stuff. Another thing, I feel like Offset might be the most successful though.
Offset?
I feel like, especially because like the situation he got going on, like he got Cardi B.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, he would be more. If he was to be more successful, I think it would be due to help to Cardi B.
Honestly, I feel that way. But he put her on. Like I feel like she.
I wouldn't say.
I wouldn't personally say he put her on.
He didn't put her on at all because she was already popping before he even like was messing with her publicly. I would say
she was popping, but he just made her whole life.
I know he definitely did bring it to a new level. I would say.
I wouldn't even say that.
You wouldn't say that?
I wouldn't say that because she has more number ones than this nigga. So and in different languages.
But that's because that's hard. But look, that's hard though. You can't even really do that because one, she don't got that much competition right now. Like she has there's female rappers out right now, but where was Nicki at for the past couple of years, right? Boom. She got her start. Like Remy coming back, but Remy's not like what she used to be. You feel me? And then you got all these other people all these other female rappers that people really don't listen to like that. Like their fan base isn't really like that. And she got popping off of what's that song?
Bodak
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like it started even before Offset came in the scene. Yes, Offset when they got together, like it was a nice power couple to have. But I feel like that was just like
publicity stunt.
I wouldn't even say a publicity stunt. I just feel like it didn't really affect either one of them. I feel like it was just really like a mutual, like gathering between the two. I don't feel like it really like boosted either one of them.
Because they both was popping.
Yeah, they was both already like very famous, very successful.
But you don't think that Offset is more popping than Cardi B?
No,
I would not say
even
that.
close.
I wouldn't say that.
Cardi B is a household name now. Maybe like Offset is a household name within like the hip hop community and people who listen to rap. But like you could go anywhere in the world and just be like Cardi B. They know who it is. Not even on some music shit. They just know who Cardi B is. Like she's transcended. Like she's crossed over. Like you feel me? So she's more of a household name than Offset is.
I would say at this point, at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, like not saying that Offset will never cross over or anything, but like at this moment, no, she's bigger than him. And then plus on top of that, she just had her kid, and then being with like having she didn't go on tour with Bruno Mars, but like the whole situation she had with Bruno Mars, and he's even more of a household name. So just you being linked with him, like that's even big. So yeah,
true.
But at the end of the day, Takeoff will have the best album.
Honestly, don't even feel like these are actual solo albums because I feel like, especially Quavo, because I feel like he has so many features on the song, like on his album. It's not really. Can you really count it as a solo album?
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think Quavo really would survive as a solo artist. I feel like he needs, even if it's not just his group of Migos, he needs somebody feature with him for him to like, you know what I mean, like to not take from them, but like gain energy from them. Like, oh, like we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna do this and that. Like most of his best songs comes from features. I never really heard a good like single from him.
Bubblegum was good. It was actually Bubblegum was really good. I like that song. What song was it?
Working Me?
No, Getting Money Over Here. Everybody search up Getting Money Over Here. I think it's Money Over Here by Quavo. That song is nice. That song is a banger too. But it's only like 2 minutes.
Takeoff has a solo song that goes hard, and that's Intruder. You listen to Intruder, that joint kick. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like me personally, I don't think Quavo has a solo song that stands out to me. Like Offset got Ric Flair Drip. That's his solo song.
That's not a solo song.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Ric Flair Drip is only him. No. It's on the compilation album.
Nah, Ric Flair's on it, so it doesn't count.
Shut up. Ric Flair is in the video. He's not on the song.
Doesn't matter. Ric Flair counts. So
Ric Flair Drip counts.
You know what's crazy that I'm saying that? I'm wearing a Ric Flair shirt as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. So that just shows that Ric Flair helped on that song, so it doesn't matter. If anything, I would have said First Day Out.
I still think that record would have still been what it was, whether he was in that video or not. Even if he didn't even put out a video for that.
Yeah, that song is hard regardless.
That song is tough.
Ric Flair Drip go woo on the what? Yo, you can play Ric Flair Drip anywhere and niggas gonna go crazy.
I feel like Offset is tough too. Like I've been noticing him a lot, like him and Taste with Tyga. He had a tough verse in there.
But I think Offset is another one though too. He does better on features too.
He probably does, but this is why I'm saying I feel like they're better together as a whole, as a unit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I feel like these solo albums may just be more for the money.
Yeah, it definitely is for the money.
As opposed to just like putting out something for the fans. Like it's just more for the money.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because I'm like, technically, is it gonna be solo? Because maybe a bunch of songs go like, even though it's not gonna say Migos, it's gonna be like, oh, Quavo featuring Takeoff and featuring Offset. So it's like it's still going Migos regardless. It's just like your name just featuring it. Like same thing when Slim Jimmy and Sway Lee did that the last album, and it was like they still had a bunch of songs together, but it just wasn't under Ray Shremmer. It was just their names featured each other.
But that was actually kind of different because they dropped 3 albums in one.
True. Yeah.
So that's why I would say that's different. Like they dropped a collaborative and then they dropped like single ones by themselves all in one package. So I feel like that one is actually pretty different from this because they didn't really claim it as a solo album. They were just claiming it as, them doing their own thing, really.
True.
But anyway, as we moving forward, since we talk about music, we're gonna talk about some past legends. Can we call him a legend?
Yeah,
we can call him a legend.
That's
for
one
sure.
of the most influential.
I wear me dark pair shade.
Like influential, like
we
him,
fly
Killer
high.
Cam, Joel.
No lie.
Dipset.
This struggling because that nigga struggling right now, boy. That nigga got charged. Jim Jones, Mr. Fly So High, got charged with 5 drug felonies. He's out here working, moving the dope. He said the rap ain't for me no more. I need the dope. I need the Oxycontin. I need to get it. You feel me?
This nigga had more Percocet than Future. God damn. That nigga.
So, actually, back in June, he was busted in Georgia after a police chase. And once the car was stopped, they reportedly found 2 guns, marijuana, oxycodone, Percocet pills, and vape cartridges.
What the hell is wrong with vape? Like,
I don't understand. I mean, they just wanted to add that to
vape, niggas vape every day, dude.
Make it worse, honestly. And now they indicting them for those charges. And what y'all feeling about that, man? What y'all feeling about Mr. Struggler right now?
Dipset been having a crazy ass what's it called? Because like he got discharged with the guns and shit. This nigga Joel's is running out the airport with guns in his bag and shit. Like, what's up with these niggas? You niggas is 42 years old playing with pistols and shit. Like,
I feel like if I was in a position, right, I have a driver. You feel me?
Yeah, I just hire somebody.
Exactly, and I'd be doing what I want to do in the V, but I wouldn't be driving. Like, It was no need for him to be going on a fucking high-speed chase, and he knew he had that on him.
Yeah.
There was always no point of him being in the car, to be honest.
I mean, like, it's cool that he was in the car. Like I said, I feel as though if that was me personally, I would have been in the car with someone. But I don't know. I just feel like that wasn't wise at all.
My main thing is, why is he riding around with 2 guns, though?
No, he probably is serving, though, because why he got all them drugs?
Well, no. That was just personal.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, when you go to a studio or something like that, you gonna have everything in there. You have the Oxycontin. I'm not saying that he probably participates in that, but you know, you got people in the studio with you, so it's like they probably doing the Percocets, they doing the Oxycontin. You got a stash of weed for you because you know, maybe. Yeah. Oh, Fabo, that nigga was doing everything. But like, feel me? Like, I understand the drugs part, like, because it wasn't really that much if you think about it. Like, that's probably was like a little personal stash. So I'm like, you could just throw that case out. But the 2 guns part, it's like, my man, like, I think you've been out of Harlem for a while now. Why are you still riding around with 2 guns? Like, I'm pretty sure you've been out of Harlem since the 90s. Like,
it don't matter. He know the wave guy coming home soon.
But who is out looking for Jim Jones?
Yeah, like,
That's the question.
I don't like.
I just told you the wave guy is coming home
Max B
soon.
is not looking for this nigga no more. He don't care that she touched it in Miami. He's not looking for her no more. Like,
son,
Bigger Val's not coming for you.
Son, Max Bigger Val is coming for that nigga.
This nigga dumb, yo.
Hey, yo, bro, listen. If you hear anything in the news, on the Shade Room, on Academics page, when he come out about him doing something to Jim Jones or something like that, you heard it here first, man.
No, if anything, he would do something to Max B.
What he gonna do to him?
Because he talked about his girl. So, if anything, Jim would come at Max.
Ain't
Not
like
Max
he lying.
Jim.
Is he lying?
We don't know that. We wasn't there. But I'm just saying.
I believe it.
I was there.
Shut up.
I believe it.
I was on the back seat.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, like that was just my main thing with it. It's like, why do you have 2 guns on you? Like, I'm saying, like, you know, so, like if you at least want to have, if you're a rapper, because you know the hip hop police is out. If you're gonna have guns, just have them registered. Why are you still having dirty guns at this?
Nah, yeah, that I agree with. That
yeah, like it's no reason to have dirty guns. Like, especially if you're if you're known, okay, I just get a permit for the shit. Like T-Pain just got in trouble for having a gun in the airport, but he only got a little ticket because he has permits for it. If you niggas got dirty guns, that's like, my nigga, you don't like.
But was the guns dirty?
We say.
But was the guns dirty?
I mean, well, not saying dirty like they got bodies or anything, but like dirty as in like you don't got no registration for it.
Weird.
If you don't got, like, that's stupid. Now you're gonna go to jail for having the dirty gun. And then what if they test this gun and like say somebody else did a shooting or something with it? Now you double messed up. You double fucked up for that. So it's like, I just say, like, especially as an artist or even just any entertainer, if you feel like, you know, people might be out to get you or anything like that, just register the guns then. But what also, no, you know what? I can't say that because a lot of these rappers and stuff, they already be felons. Yeah, so they can't even register. Yeah. So I don't just get a nigga to ride with you or something. Let that nigga take the case.
But you see how G Herbo be, right? Like, he got a driver and he be blowing down heavy.
But G Herbo is also another one though. He got a gun case too recently.
But I'm not saying he got any registered guns or nothing. I'm just saying that would be the type of time that I'm on. Like I wouldn't. First of all, my driver would be driving safe, knowing that there's illegal substances and illegal shit in the car. Period. Feel me? You know that my guns ain't registered or whatever. If that was the case, and you know that we got all these, those is felonies. You feel me?
I really be wondering how much they be paying these drivers to drive. Because if you told me, yeah, I got some oxycodone, I got some weed, I got some other illegal shit.
You don't even have to tell me. You don't even have to tell me.
Nah, you gonna have to tell me, bro.
I'm gonna assume that.
Blind, yo.
I'm gonna assume that already. Like, you already know they gonna be blazing while you in the car. So that being said alone, marijuana is not legalized in all 50 states. So that for a fact, like, I mean, I personally don't know what states are legalized and which aren't. I know some, but I'm not gonna be riding through Ohio like, oh yeah, it's legalized. Like, I don't know that. You feel me? So I'm gonna be driving, doing the speed limit, doing what I gotta do, like being aware of police, my surroundings. But for him to be going on a chase, like, that was just the stupidest of it all.
Yeah, nah, that was dumb. Yo, just out there, if you can, just get your guns registered. That's what I say. Like, I'll save you the hassle. I know as soon as I turn 21, I'm getting a permit for it. I'm getting my gun license. So it's like,
you could get it now.
Nah, not at 18. I mean, not at 19.
Bro, you could have a strap right now, son.
Well, I got a strap right now.
You just can't have a pistol.
Wait, no. At 19, you can't. I don't think so. I think you got to be 21. I think, well, I'm in Maryland right now, but I think in Jersey, you got to be 21.
I got a shotgun at the back of my dresser right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
It's right there. It's right. Look at that. It's peeking at me.
Yeah, shut up, bro.
I mean, honestly, I just tell all y'all, just don't do drugs. That's it. That's really it, man. Because
this nigga's a party pooper.
I'm just saying, yo, especially illegal ones. It's honestly like,
well, just smoke weed. That's it. Like, don't be doing all these pills and shit. That's why these niggas is dying now. A lot of this shit is stemming from all this depression and all this shit. Like, niggas doing all these pills and stuff. Like,
you listening? You listening?
Yeah.
I said, at what age can you get your gun permit in New Jersey? 18. Permits to purchase a handgun will not be issued to any person under the age 21, while firearm purchaser identification cards for long guns will not be issued to any person under the age of 18. This is what I'm saying. You could have the gun, but you can't have a pistol because it's easier to conceal.
Okay, so that's something that's noted.
That's why I got the shotty in the back right
Shut
here.
up, Mike.
It's peeking at me. Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we was talking about these drugs, man, it's really a sad thing, honestly. And I feel like in the industry, it's becoming such a big and it's not even such a becoming. It already is such a big and mainstream thing for like artists to like self-medicate of all these drugs that they don't even know like the full effect of. Like all this oxycodone. Like I'll even take what's it called? Shoreline Mafia, for example. For all the people that don't know who Shoreline Mafia is, it is a group out of California.
LA to be exact.
Yeah, LA to be exact. And it is
That's
a
where
bunch
you
of
from, rep your hood.
yeah, leave me alone. You feel me? But what's it called? This is a group out of California that prides themselves. They are cocaine bandits, oxycodone leaders. They love it. They love all the drugs. They love all the perks. Selling and using. And they use it as a mainstream like they put on a mainstream platform about selling and using. And you really think about it, you're like, yo, these niggas need some help, yo. Like, if you really listen to their lyrics, you're like, yo, some of these niggas, yeah, it's really sad.
I feel the same way when I listen to Future. Like, when I listen to Percocet and Stripper Joint, like, bro, like, it's a good song. The beat is all right. But when this nigga talking about, I just took acid for the first time and I feel good.
And I was like,
yeah, I'm just sitting here like, my man, like.
But it's a way that they coping with however they feeling. Like people out here smoking weed because what? it calmed them down. You could be mad as hell in the mid Dutch. I bet you be happy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie about weed because weed. I feel like honestly, weed saves a lot of lives, and I
Yeah,
don't even mean the saves lives as in the person that's smoking, but as in the people that are around the person that's smoking. Because I feel without weed, there would be a lot more killings. I'm
It
not gonna
would.
even
yeah.
front. There
It
would be a lot
would,
But
more
but
that's
killings.
the thing though. Weed
some
doesn't
people,
kill
some
though.
people, some people could just stand weed and be okay. But some people, weed ain't enough. This is why they go into oxycodone, and you feel me, and Percocets and Molly, Xanax.
I mean, yeah, but I
But
feel
but
like
that but that kills though.
yeah,
So
but
like I understand like if you smoking tons of
It
weed, you're
kills,
not
but
gonna die. But
it
if you're
kills,
doing
but
all these pills, like for little what's his name, Lil
Lil
Peep.
Peep.
Yeah, Lil Peep died because he took like a bad concoction of drugs, and it's like yo like. If you were smoking weed, you'll be straight. Not saying like I
it
don't know, like I
kills.
don't know that man's life to be like judging him or anything like that. But like even like when you're just talking about a lot of these drugs and like you're letting like the public and even like there's a lot of impressionable people out there. So if you want a song talking about, oh yeah, like this Addy or this perk just helped me out, somebody else gonna probably think like, okay, hey, this Addy and perk gonna probably help me out too, because I be going through the same thing he probably going through. And then they ended up doing too much and dying from the shit and stuff like that. It's like I feel like the promotion of it is like is I don't like really the promotion of it. Like, but then again, like same thing with alcohol too. Like alcohol is bad as hell too. But it's
But
like
then that goes back. Then that goes back to what we was talking about, kind of about like other people writing their raps. They talking about what they're going through. You respect that because they're talking about their life. Yeah, you don't like the promotion,
true.
but that's what they're going through. That's basically what you want to hear. You want to hear what's going on in their life. That's what makes their music. You feel me?
You know what I honestly want to hear though? I honestly want to hear like what it. I think Academic said something like this before when he was talking about Kodak Black. I want to hear introspective thug rap. Like rap is like niggas from the hood that was doing all that bad shit, but they learned and they actually progressed from it. Like people like Nipsey Hussle, people like YG, and I'm not just saying it because they LA niggas, but like they
No,
actually learn from their mistakes and they actually educate themselves. I feel like in the black community, we just really have to educate ourselves on other coping mechanisms that can help us get through things and not just lean towards rap and niggas talking about drugs making you feel better, so you just get drugs to try and feel better.
but
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 it
that's
don't always help. What like it don't always help. Talking to somebody don't always help. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm
I'm
not.
not saying, but
No,
I'm not saying like the only thing you can do is talk to people. There are other mechanisms that can
right.
only involve yourself that doesn't involve drugs.
but
Right, but what I'm
I hear what
saying is
both of
that
y'all saying.
doesn't always help. Like, there's been times where when I was younger, I like playing ball. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
I'd be mad, go to the court, ball out a little bit. I'm still thinking about that. At the end of the day, it's still a thought in my mind. Whether I'm over it or not, at the moment, it's still a thought in my mind, and this thought just doesn't escape your mind. So them turning to drugs, they thinking like this is my getaway, if you
I
will.
feel you. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, but it's funny that y'all both say that though. But like you talking about like the coping mechanisms and stuff in the black community. But to be honest, in the black community, we don't even talk really that much about depression because nobody wants to seem like a weirdo. Or nobody wants to seem like they're sad or stuff like that. Like it's hard to talk about certain things, especially like being black people, because like we go through so much as it is. It's like you don't want to seem weak. We like black people are one of the most prideful people in the world. So it's like we can't ever seem weak or look down. And it's like, all right, if I got a problem, I can't just go to mommy and daddy and be like, yo, like I have this problem right now. It's like, yo, I got bills to pay right now. Like we trying to get the lights on. Like we're not trying to hear that shit right now. And like it's sad, but it's like that's that's what's happening in our community. Like people have like sometimes have to turn to those drugs and stuff. It's like you can't. Like, how am I gonna go to somebody else who got problems who can't even put like food on the table and stuff like that and then just like tell them about this because like yo, I'm worried about this. You got it's like I feel like in the black community we always try to be like, oh, it's bigger problems than that. Like don't worry about that. When it's not the case, like we need to talk about certain things. Like this, like I feel like the drug thing is getting so bad because it's like yo, a lot of niggas that's young in our age is dying from this shit. Like it's real.
It's crazy because I seen something on Instagram a little while ago. Somebody was like, "Yeah, I took like 3 Zans and I smoked like mad bunch. And I was just like, yo, bro, like you're younger than me. Like that's not okay. But it's like they I know what they going through personally. Like they got family problems, you feel me? So and I be seeing the way that they family treats them. But it's just crazy because there's no other way they could deal with it. Like they feel like they're being neglected and they feel like they can't turn to the person that they feel like they're most comfortable with. So who else or what else could they turn to?
Yeah,
Honestly, I mean, I feel like of course, it all starts from home. That's really the beginning point. Like, parents, it's really up to the parents to really like up to the people that they bring into the household and just people they bring their kids around and like how can they be affected by everyone else that's around them. So I feel like you just got to start off right. Like for me personally, I feel like I'm a outlier because like I live in a good family. Like I have both parents. They both in Christianity, like actually strong in their belief, and they pass that down to their kids. So I feel like, and like many people around me, they unfortunately don't have like the same scenario as me. So I feel like very grateful for that. But I also have to realize that
not everybody's brought up the
yeah,
same
not
way.
everybody's brought up the same way. Not everybody's brought up with like the amount of love and like care as my parents had for me and my siblings. So I feel like it's really just how it begins, like with your family. And also, I feel like we could do the same thing too, because even at our age, we could still teach younger kids. I feel because a lot of people in the Black community feel like you have to be a parent to teach something,
You
or you
don't
have to
know.
be an auntie
You
to
could be
teach
any
something.
age.
You can be any age to teach anybody.
It's
Like
probably somebody younger than me right now that could teach me a lot.
exactly.
And it's just
But I feel like also like a lot of people take things as a joke nowadays.
that is one thing though.
Yeah,
People do, but that's also another thing though, because like people use laughing as a coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, like I'm gonna be personal with y'all. Like I don't like to seem weak around people sometimes. So like I will just make jokes all day, but it's like I joke to keep from crying. Like you know that saying, like you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Actually, nah, but like because like I don't want to seem weak at the end of the day. Like it was a situation I went through this week. And like I didn't want to seem weak about it, so I'm making jokes about this and that. But like it kind of did like make me feel some type of way. But it's like also though I'm also glad that I have people around me that I could talk to. Like I talked to Mike about it. I talked to you about it. Like just a couple of hours ago, I got off the phone with my mom talking about it, and like that thing's really like brought me up and helped me feel a little better about the situation. So it's like you feel me. So he is right. Like it does start with home, and then also it's like the people around you. I think
I'm
like a
about to
lot of
say
these,
some people don't know who they can talk to.
yeah,
Like
like
start
especially
and like you said, if you start at home, if you feel like the main person you could trust, you can't trust, then who can you trust? Now, what you gonna turn to? You gonna turn to something that's gonna make you feel good at the moment. That'll make you feel good whenever you want it, and then that's just gonna be what it is. That's why people is turning to drugs. Like that's where I was kind of getting with that. Like I see why they're doing that, but do I agree with the message? Do I agree with the the drug of choice? No, not necessarily, but it happens. Like people do them drugs just to try it, not even going through nothing, just to fit in. That's how people get
true
addicted
that's
too.
also
That's true.
that's also a thing.
It's stuff like that too. Like it's not just really like, oh nah, he depressed or something. Like he could have just been peer pressured. She could have been peer pressured into doing something, or like they trying to fit in. A lot of people do stuff just to fit in, like you were saying. So like, yeah, that them rappers talking about it. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna do it, thinking that it is cool, but it's really not. It's not. But that's on them. At the end of the day, like, what you gonna do? God forbid, not gonna let somebody pass away, but what you gonna do? Like, I'll see you in the afterlife.
I mean, yeah, I can understand why people would go to drugs, but like, all I'm saying is just that it's not the best option. Because me personally, like how you were saying, like if you can't go to the person that you thought you could trust, who can you go to? Me personally, I would go to God, but not everybody has like the same faith or belief system as me.
That
So
too.
I would also just say, like, make sure you're always around with just people that better you. Like
That's genuine.
people
A
that
lot
always make you think about stuff. Like don't be with people that don't be the smartest one in your friend group. Honestly,
Facts.
I feel like you should always, even if
You
you're
the
like, say
smartest
you're the
nigga in
smart.
the
Okay,
room.
you could
What you
be.
gonna learn?
Yeah, you could be the smartest in like a department, but don't be the smartest all around in your friend group. Because if you are, you probably need a new set of friends, honestly. Because you always need to be challenged.
Hey, yo, what you trying to say, dog?
You a dumb nigga. Anyway, I feel like, but I feel like I was actually learning this in my phys ed class, so I'm actually loving it. It's like a thing called cognitive dissonance, where it opens your neural paths into learning new things. Like always challenges your brain so you can learn new things and become smarter. So I feel like always have people that will not only like help you in your decisions, but also at times challenge your decisions if it's not the right thing. So like you always have to have a good just a good circle around you. And I feel another thing is that we need resources in the black community, yo, because they don't bring them. Like you need resources from the jump so you can even know about other coping mechanisms other than drugs. And I feel that's another big issue is that we don't have enough resources and we're not building to even get these resources in the black community to help expand our choices, really.
But do you think that's on accident or that's on purpose?
No, that's for sure on purpose. They
That's-
don't they don't want us to get better, yo. That's it. They don't want us. They don't
Peace, God.
Open your third eye. Know it.
Stay woke, King.
But yeah, they don't want us to get better, yo. They was as a majority, they may help like a couple hundred. They be like, yeah, we see, we care. But overall, they don't want majority of us to get better. They don't want us to actually learn about our bodies or learn about our minds and learn about how to deal with such things other than going to drugs and basically killing ourselves. So I mean, it's a purposeful thing.
They make us wipe ourselves out first, so they won't have to do the job.
Exactly. This basically it.
This message was sponsored by Hotep Zay.
Open your third eye.
Peace to the guys on Earth, brothers. But now, switching it up though, yo.
Oh.
We getting into it. What is it, Mike?
Simp nigga of the week.
Get your mind right, later you will see.
Yo, we talking about these simp niggas, man, and it's hard for me to do this one, man.
Don't do it to me, bro.
Oh man, it's hard to do this one. But this week we got to honor Mr. LL Cool J, aka Ladies Love Cool J,
aka Ladies Love Ja.
Nobody knows you, but yeah, man, LL Cool J. So if you don't know the song "Hey Lover," it's basically just a hating nigga anthem. Like people like. I had to take a deep dive into the lyrics, and I'm gonna read some of the lyrics off to you. This nigga is a straight bozo ass hater, bro.
Yo, he opened the door for Trey Songz. That's all I'm gonna say.
He definitely did. Because
he was the first Mr. Steal Girl,
bro. And like that nigga was the man back in the day. But like, yo, was you the man because you was simping and being a hater? This man in the song said, I gotta take you from your man. That's my mission. If his love is real, he got to handle competition. You only knew him 5 months. Besides, he drank too much and smoked too many blunts. Why the fuck do you care if he drinking and smoking, doing all this shit?
How does he even know?
How
does he even know?
Bro, he ain't no simp. He just trying to tell her he's something different.
Nah, because you hating on the next man. That nigga already there. Nigga, instead of being like, all right, bro, let me just play my role. This nigga said, I'm going to take the step back, but it's more than a crush. Like, what? Like, come on now.
Bruh.
Like, you really plotting on this nigga, like, to get him away.
you sitting there telling her, like, oh, yeah, he don't work out. He don't do what I do. Like, isn't that, okay, what the fuck? She like the nigga. If she like you, she'll show you some love. Why the fuck is you airing this man dirty laundry and shit out? Like, what's this? Mr. LL, I don't like this.
I bet if there was a video, that nigga probably flexing the muscles like, yeah, bet that nigga can't do this, nigga.
No. Now listen to this. He said, what your man get his hustle on and got you type scared, break you off a little chump change to do your hair. What? Now you talking about the man's funds? Why?
Broke nigga.
Why are you pillow talking? Why are you gossiping? What if that man is on a hustle right now? What if he trying to make the come up? What if she's staying down with him until he come up? Why is it your business to be like, oh, that nigga got chump change? He's a bum. He's a bozo. Nigga, use the bozo, nigga. Like,
He's just a bozo with money.
Yeah, like you use a clown, my nigga, for doing that. And LL, like, you like one of the first rappers that ever blew up and became mainstream and everything. People love you for what you did for the hip hop community. But no, man, we can't. No.
And we're not gonna let Boys to Men off the hook.
Oh yeah.
How y'all listen to these lyrics? Y'all was like, yeah, we're gonna do the hook.
Yeah,
we gonna do the hook.
Back, hey,
we're gonna do the chorus. Yeah.
Hey, love.
Nah. Y'all was supporting this. Y'all was supporting this bozo buffoonery.
Yeah,
this fuckery. That's what y'all was doing right now. I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
And to be honest, I don't even think this nigga is more of a simp than a stalker. He saw this at the mall.
No. He's a straight stalker for that one.
That nigga's more. I saw you at Rucker Park. I saw you at the mall.
I saw you at the mall. That nigga said I saw you at the mall.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, you was using the payphone. Nigga, what? What the fuck is this?
That nigga in the bushes. He alright. Yeah, I see. Who you calling? That bum ass nigga.
Yeah, like that was a different level of simp, bro. You don't gotta talk down. That's why are you niggas doing this, man? Why are you talking down on another man to get what you want? That's not. God don't like ugly, brother. You don't gotta do that, man. Why? Can somebody tell me why? Why do niggas feel that they have to talk down on another man to get what they want? Why? If you know you the shit, you should just let it be out there. Why? You don't gotta talk about another man. Like, and not only just in a song. This happens in real life. A lot of niggas feel like, man, why you talking to that clown nigga, bro? Blah, this and that, blah. Yo, man, worry about yourself, dog. Maybe she like a clown nigga. Like, that's on her. Like, why is you worried about what she liking? Like, you simps get newer and newer every day.
I'm not gonna front though. When it'll be sometimes where like I know a female messing with a nigga, I'll be like, yo, how your boyfriend doing? It'll be like, just check the temperature. I ain't gonna like bash on the nigga.
Yeah,
I'll be like,
that's not bad. Yeah. This is like, oh, what's up with your little friend? You feel me? But like when you sitting there going into detail,
nigga,
like,
why y'all doing that?
What'd you say?
Why y'all doing that?
I'm just checking the temperature.
I ain't worried about no other nigga, but
I'm just trying to see if y'all still together or not.
Honestly,
it's not really. Just
you'd be like, yeah, we fine. I'll be like, oh, word,
bro.
Stop
acting like you don't. Yo, stop acting like you ain't Mr. Still Your Girl, bro.
Who?
Zay.
Yeah.
I ain't never still.
Bro, you talking about you trying to see if they together. I know you, cuz.
Yo, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't be worried about no nigga. You just go in for the kill. Like, what's happening?
I mean, in my past life, yes, I didn't care. But I'm older now. I don't want to mess with females who have men because it leads to drama.
We love Black Union.
But I do love whores. And if you're a whore, and if you're a whore and you out there,
we don't love them hoes.
And you would like to talk to somebody, please hit me up at 312-3454-78. I'll be over there for you.
Yeah, this nigga about to have prostitutes hitting him up, y'all.
He's about to have prostitutes. This nigga about to be blinging.
We don't never pay for that. I don't never sip. I just signed on that bit. You feel me?
Next week episode, you'll be Simp Nigga of the Week.
Yo, the day I become Simp Nigga of the Week, I think the world might turn over. I think the podcast, people just...
The day you become Simp Nigga of the Week, you can't do Simp Nigga of the Week no more.
Hey, shut up.
Damn.
You can't, bro. You can't be simp. You can't be trying to drop all these gems on niggas and become the nigga that you talking about. The nigga that you don't like.
Your idol becomes your rival.
Yo, you can't do that, bro.
Hey, man. Sometimes you live long enough to be the villain when you was the hero.
This nigga need to shut up.
That's a script.
This nigga need to shut up.
Don't let that go over your head, King.
Yo, but what's you feel me? What's been ahead for the week?
Woo. What you listening to, bro? What you got for the week, man? What you got?
Yeah, man. That close friends, man. That thing been having me in my bag, man. I started thinking about some old Jones that I used to mess with. You feel me? Shout out to all my exes. Anyway, Yeah, I was thinking about y'all heavy every time I hear this song. All of y'all.
This thing,
right after the simp too. But anyway, now, you know what's funny? It's funny because when we was talking about the whole like the drugs and like depression thing, my song of the week is from Shoreline Mafia. My song of the week is Bands. You know what I mean? This ain't a Millie Rock. This a Money Dance. You feel me? That's on hard, bro. No matter how we feel about the drugs and stuff they talking about, man, they songs be slapping, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, they do.
Yo, they songs be slapping, bro. They shit hard, like.
They songs crank. I'm not gonna front. Yeah, it be
What's
crank.
up?
It be crank.
What about you, Mike? What song been hitting this week?
Man, there's been a lot of stuff, man, that's been hitting me. I'm not gonna front. But this song right here actually comes from a local artist, a very young local artist. I'm gonna give it to my man's Young Manny this week.
Hey Manny.
Hey Manny. That song Moana, man. Oh man, can't see me. John Cena. It's just
score. Lonzo.
For all the people that knows Young Manny, or for even the people that do not know Young Manny, this man, it's not even a man. That's the crazy part. He is a boy that sounds like Lil Bibby. It's really crazy. He sounds like Q the Fool, and he's only 14, and he's in more licks than me, and he's only in middle school. It's really astonishing. Is it middle school, right? Or he's just starting 9th grade?
He's high school.
He's a high school? Yeah, he's in high school. He's a 9th grader. Him licks. Rapping like you be my father. That's crazy, right? That's wild. Everybody listen to Moana, yo. That joint, his lyricism is actually pretty nice for a 14-year-old. I'm not going front.
My thing is, though, a lot of people in DMV do sound alike. Though.
They do.
I'm
not going to front. They do sound alike, but like
they just hard though. I listen to all of that joint.
But they just all have that one like significant indicator that like separates each one, I would say. Honestly. But I mean, yeah, that's what I was bumping. That's what I was rocking right now.
That's that work for the week.
Yeah.
Hey man, every week y'all gonna hear another in my bag story about me because every week I'll be in my bag. I don't know why. I do know why. I'm not even gonna get into that, man. I'm about to get angry talking about it.
We're gonna be here for another hour. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do that. But y'all know what time it is, man. It's about time we wrap this thing up. You feel me? Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up the Why We Here podcast now. But did you ever find out why we're here? If not, come back next week.
Peace, my guy.
Peace, King.
Stay woke, gods.
This nigga said stay woke.
We out.